Welcome back to This Week in Agribusiness. Max, you had the opportunity to reflect recently on this past growing season.
Yeah, we were on the farm in Missouri, Shelbina, Missouri, the northeast part of the state, looking back on what happened with Brian Threlkeld, who farms there, who makes the point pretty profoundly that those fungicide products can really make a difference in yield. Here's our latest update in our Plant Smart, Grow Smart series from BASF. Back on this growing season, were there any unique challenges, or was it pretty much a typical growing season here in this part of Missouri?
Well, I don't know that there's ever a typical growing season in Missouri, but yeah, we was a month late getting started, so we was kind of under the gun to get going, and then we got the crop in, it got up good, got going, had perfect stands, and then we went through this dry period there for a while. We went 5-6 weeks without a rain, and we was just wondering whether them beans and stuff was going to hold on. It seemed like the corn, they fared through it really good, and the beans, I wasn't sure, but it ended up, the beans did all right.
Let's talk about soybeans specifically and the approach in your fields this year. First of all, are there disease and environmental problems that you have to tackle in your beans?
There is some diseases. I mean, you'd have some frog eye, you'd have some white mold. So when we're out there scouting now, it's more of a timing, not necessarily scouting as much for the diseases, because we know we're going to have them. We know we're going to have them, so we're going to treat every acre. You use fungicide on every acre we farm now.
You do, total?
Totally.
And you have obviously seen results in soybeans. I mean, you know that it's making a difference.
It does make a difference, yeah, in the soybeans. The plant will be healthier, the beans will be bigger, and most of the time the yield is bigger. Now, year in, year out, I'd say we're seeing 5 to 7 bushel, and some good years they've been 10 to 12 bushel. So, I'm a full believer in fungicide on soybeans. We use a lot of Preaxor, have used a lot of Preaxor in the past for years, and this year we did use some Veltima on probably a third of the acres, but most of it was Preaxor and or Veltima. So the Veltima, you can spray a little earlier, get out there just a little bit earlier when you got all these acres getting ready to pile up on you, like this year when we planted all that in 12 days. So, the timing window is pretty tight. So that's one thing about that product. You can spray it a little bit earlier and get out there and get going.
I'm sure there are some farmers who say, oh boy, maybe I should cut back here on this investment. How do you look at the investment of fungicides in your soybeans?
Well, I don't look at it that way. I look at, when you got high dollar soybeans, you want to grow every one that you can grow. So you got to protect the crop that you planted, and it doesn't matter whether it's fertilizer or the seed or the chemical or treatments. I mean, we're here. I only got so many growing seasons. I'm here to grow every bushel I can grow every year. So I wouldn't do it if I didn't think I was getting a good return. So I'm going to continue to do it.
It was a very enjoyable visit we had with Brian there as he was wrapping up harvest, Shelbina, Missouri. You can see more of our Plant Smart, Grow Smart series at plantsmartgrowsmart.com.